Okay, so we're going to stream live on to YouTube today, and also I am streaming live to a set number of our VIP clients. And today we're going to cover a subject which is really important for getting results, get yourself in shape, and all the kind of positive things that we need to do around our health and nutrition and exercise and all those kind of positive goals that we want to achieve in our lives. So we are True Fitness. My name is Cameron Harris. I'm the Managing Director of True Fitness, and we help business leaders to get into incredible shape in just 6 weeks. Now, I want to talk about nutrition today because I see lots and lots of different information being posted online. I also see, lots of conflicting information. I think that for the person that's trying to watch the information and get the information that's relevant to them can be quite difficult, okay? Now, what I've also seen is a bit of a trend around personal trainers and nutrition coaches calling each other out and kind of creating this environment where there's like a kind of lot of beef going on, for want of a better phrase, right? People having arguments about good nutrition, arguments around, that's complete nonsense, that's complete nonsense. And for me, the problem that has arisen from that is that it's actually made it more complicated for the person that's trying to get the advice to actually look through that information and find what works for them, okay? So nutrition is a hotly contested area anyway, and it's not a black and white thing. And those that try to make it black and white are kind of leading you down a path of oversimplifying how things are. Now, what we do is we do have a simple framework that just works. And it's not because we're trying to oversimplify the unsimplifiable of the nutrition industry and human physiology and everything that goes with it. It's just because the kind of people that we help, simple just works. So giving them a framework that is simple and kind of makes it as efficient as possible makes a lot of sense. Now, when it comes to nutrition, when I've done nutritional courses in the past, I'm doing one at the moment, even inside of the courses, they often say that there should be an evidence-based kind of way of doing nutrition, a way of advising people, okay? Now, when it comes to evidence-based nutrition, evidence-based meal planning, etc., it's a minefield, because if you don't understand how to read the latest information, the latest studies, the latest data, it can be very difficult to take that information and actually use it to, work out what the best option is for you. So you as a person, you as an individual need to find what works for you. Find somebody that, talks about nutrition that resonates with you. Actually experiment on your own body and see how you react to things, okay? To give you an example, I know for myself personally, I don't work great with carbs. It's just how it is. So going to DNA, going to blood testing, microbiome, my body generally doesn't work great with carbohydrates, okay? I don't really feel like I need carbohydrates. They don't give me a feeling of, extra energy. They don't give me a feeling of positivity. They don't make me feel good in myself. So that's just an observation I've made, and it's also what the testing tells me that, that I've done in the past with my body, that doesn't work great for me. Okay, so you as the individual, you as the person trying to get results, you need to kind of experiment with yourself, find out what works for you, try different ways of doing things, experiment with what works for you, okay? But if that feels too much, if you haven't got the time for that, if you haven't got the energy for that, then there's some simple principles that make a lot of sense, okay? Now, we're gonna kind of not go down the calorie route, because calories require you to understand macronutrients. That they require you to maybe download an application, which you then got to use as a daily thing. So a lot of our clients, because they're business people, they struggle with using an app, with taking photos of stuff, with weighing and measuring things. They're looking for something that's really simple, something that's an approach that just works, that doesn't require them to spend lots of time on apps and measuring things and weighing things. So when we talk about kind of our approach to nutrition and way of keeping it really simple, it's based on most people that we talk to, and for doing this for a long time, most people are making a few mistakes, which, across the board. So just to give an example, most of the clients that we deal with, most of the people we help are overeating on sugar. So every single time they're having a meal, they've got some kind of sugar in there, whether it's going to be, cereal in the morning, whether it's going to be, a chocolate bar, whether it's going to be sugar in their coffee, syrups, all stuff like that. And also alcohol is a big one as well, because generally speaking, we're business people and they're stressed out, they haven't got much time. So for them on a Thursday night or a Friday night or every night, depends on who you talk to, for them to de-stress and decompress from their day, alcohol is a very quick way to do that. But as we know, we're all intelligent people. We know that, there's negative connotations to that because it'll mess up your sleep. You'd actually feel worse in the morning. So it may seem like the most obvious choice because it cuts that stress straight off. However, it's the kind of the way it makes you feel, right? We've all experienced having a drink and how it makes us feel in the morning. So definitely over drinking, too much drinking. Definitely having too much sugar. So their body is like a sugar burning machine. They start to store more and more fat because they're kind of in this constant overeating on sugar. There's obviously a lot of repercussions when it comes to pre-diabetes, insulin resistance, etc. And most of our people we help undereat on protein. So they don't eat enough protein in their diet. And I speak to quite a few people and they kind of have this kind of understanding that everyone in the UK, in the Western world, overeats on protein. It's not really my experience, to be honest with you. I find that most people overeat on carbohydrates because they're rushing around. If you go into any place, any kind of cafe, any grab and go place, anywhere that they're serving ready-made food, generally speaking, it's going to be laden with carbohydrates, okay? Reason being is that protein's more expensive, and if you want to make a profit margin, especially a lot of our clients are London-based, it's going to cost a lot of money for you to just be there. So you having, portions of food that have got lots of protein in them, generally is going to cost you a lot more. So carbohydrate kind of driven food is a lot cheaper. It's a lot cheaper to put pasta or rice into something than it would be to put chicken or beef or fish or whatever. So my experience of doing this for a long time is most of our clients don't eat enough protein, okay? Another big one is that they don't drink enough water across the board, okay? I suppose, most people we talk to, most people that are probably watching this don't drink enough water, okay? Some do, but most don't. So if you're not drinking a couple of litres a day, as you well know, you're generally going to be not having enough water. So things to consider when you're having too much sugar, you're probably drinking a bit too much, you're not eating enough protein, you're definitely not eating enough healthy fats because you're not adding it to your food, you're not having your avocados, you're not having your olive oils, etc., is that you're going to probably have an energy issue. Now, the side effect to having an energy issue because your body's dehydrated, you're not giving it good fuel, potentially your sleep's not great because you may be drinking too much. When you're in a low energy state, when you don't feel energized, when you don't feel like you've got a lot of energy to spare, the chance of you getting up and doing a workout greatly reduce. So you kind of find you're in this hamster wheel of not eating right, drinking too much alcohol. Sorry YouTube, just my little thing that dropped down there. And you get yourself in this kind of hamster wheel of not feeling great and not getting those workouts in. So nutrition isn't just about losing weight. It's not just about feeling kind of better in your clothes. It's also about making sure they're giving your body the right fuel, giving your body the right means, the right kind of energy to get the workouts in to recover, okay? So back to my points. Probably under drinking, not drinking enough water, probably not eating enough healthy protein, good proteins. You're probably not having enough healthy fats, and you're probably overeating on sugar and carbohydrates. They're kind of four the kind of issues we see most of our clients have when it comes to nutrition, okay? So if you feel like those are issues that you're struggling with, if you feel like they're things that resonate with you, feel free to reach out to us. We've got some guides which are really helpful around nutrition, around grabbing and going as well, because people are busy in between meetings, so grabbing good options can be a challenge as well. Reach out to us and you're more than happy to send those over to you. But hey, I hope that was helpful. Just a real kind of brief introduction to nutrition and just some key points around what we find works best for our clients. And like I say, any questions, give us a shout and we'll be very happy to help. It's going to end this live now, guys. Cheers.